Your days of not finding your way around are soon behind you. Unless you're a specific person who won't be named. You know who you are.
So I voiced my opinion on the different Star Citizen online discussion groups about the new star map and why I'm not happy with it. And, I've been getting a lot of pushback, so I figured I'd make a short video showing exactly what my problems are so people understand that I'm not just complaining about a nothing burger and that there is actually functionality that they've removed from the game with the new updated star map. Now, I understand that new systems are always going to have bugs, and the new star map is definitely going to have some bugs. We've gotten feedback from the devs that they're working on those bugs and trying to get them fixed, but that's not exactly my problem. If you know the exact location you're trying to get to, then you can type into the search enough characters to make the search unique, then press enter, and then tap the R key for route, and it will set a proper route for you across the system to where you're trying to go. Here you can see me in the live build right after I've finished warping to ArcCorp and just cutting my warp a little short after entering ArcCorp jurisdiction. I then decide to set my warp to a location on the surface of ArcCorp, and it sets me directly there without redirecting me to the planet first. This causes a bug which makes your ships turn around in a 180 degree fashion and warp in the opposite direction at a really low rate of speed. So here you can see me in the new system trying to do the exact same thing, and you can see that this bug is persisting and the new star map is not doing anything to fix the routing. I just spin around and start warping slowly in the opposite direction. I have to cut my warp and try to get back to the planet, but now I have no option to clear a route so I can properly set a new route. When I click on the planet this time, the route button just says my location and it's grayed out and I'm not able to set a warp there. So I have to just close out of the mobiGlas altogether and do a blind jump to the planet to arrive there. Luckily this allows me to see the orbital markers, which are not available to warp to in the new star map either. You can see the utility of the set route button here as I warp to Crusader, and then once I enter Crusader jurisdiction, I cancel my warp so I don't end up having to warp around the planet and use the orbital markers to get to Yela. By opening up the mobiGlas, I can just hit set route, and then it removes those two jumps from my route so that I can get directly to Grim Hex and Yela. You can do this in the new star map by going into the search and typing in Grim Hex and setting a new route to it, but that's far more keystrokes than are necessary when a simple route button would do the exact same thing and currently does. The new star map looks nice and the search feature is very useful, but if you take away functionality that made things faster in the old system, you've objectively made the star map worse in at least one regard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Here you can see me setting a route to my buddy Crashrack, who's sitting at another orbital marker which I have line of sight to. He then warps to the orbital marker on the other side of the planet, and I'm able to click his marker and hit set route to get back over to him. Now, once I've warped around the planet and gotten over to Crashrack, I asked him to then warp away from me. After doing so, I'm able to open up my mobiGlas and once again just hit set route without having to find his marker on the map and click on him before I can do so. It's far more tedious in the new star map system when you're trying to do gameplay with party members, especially if you've got a friend that's stuck in the middle of combat and you're trying to get to him to help. Having the old system would make getting there way faster. For comparison, here I am in 3.23 trying to warp around a moon to get to Crashrack. It does the same thing where it sets a route around the moon with two orbital markers and I'm able to get to him. However, once I'm at his location, if he then warps away, It's going to be more keystrokes to set destination to him than it was in the old system. Now, I know everybody was excited for the new star map because of the zoom bug where you'd zoom in on a planet and it would disappear. Of course, we have heard from the devs that they are working on the new zoom bug, but it's just frustrating that after waiting for so long, we just have one bug replaced with another. I really hope this doesn't make it to live.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Now I warp away from Crusader just a small bit to get away from an orbital marker, and I decide to turn around and set route back to Crash Rack. He's currently in his hangar at Orison, and the game won't allow me to set a route directly to him. Now you can see here when I mouse over Crash Rack, the game indicates that I can set a route to him, but as soon as I move the cursor away from him, the option to set the route completely disappears.
It's going to be so easy, it's going to be so intuitive for you you click the thing, and there you get the button to say set route. It doesn't always just have the ability to set a route, because you can't always set a route. We will let you know when you can set a route.
At this point, Crash Rack flies away from the city a little bit, which allows me to actually set a route to him. However, the route that's set is directly through the planet, without any orbital markers around the planet to get me to him. Those are all the points I wanted to make. I hope none of these bugs make it to live, and I hope they make this thing work properly.
Oh, come on, Gary. Give us a cinematic landing, not a precision landing. Bring us in nice, cinematically, and put us on the spot.
Yeah, drift this bitch into the spot, bro.
Don't fly it like a computer.
Yeah.
Fly it natural, as if you'd been flying it before. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I'm going for. Well, watch the bottom.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, I got it. The speed limiter on this thing, as you see, is very touchy. You got to bring it way the fuck down in this thing.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't mean you don't have to do it fast. You can take it real slow, but just go in for it. But don't suicide us in, I guess.
Nah, man, full send.
Too dangerous to leave, though.
Like a glove.